Yes, you're not letting us down so far because you are crushing Licht. Although I'd like to say that he's got a couple of little sly-handed under techniques that he can do throughout the rest of this fight. But I mean, you're gonna challenge like the Magic Emperor himself. Then yeah, don't be surprised if he's going to be pulling a few punches, especially when one of his best friends is kind of like on the danger side right here. And just poor William, I still feel bad from him from last chapter. Like he had a hard choice to make, and he's like, and even with everything, like especially like I'm glad that like Julius is there. Is like I have my suspicions. Like I knew he had something from the beginning that like clearly he couldn't talk about, and the fact that Yami had the same feeling is like it's still the thing where it's like they generally thought of him as a friend, but then again they couldn't let themselves get fully goddamn invested into it. Is because of the fact that it's like what's been happening, like, you know, like why is he doing this, like how is he able to do everything ever since I inflicted that wound on him. I rarely saw like William, so that kind of confirmed the thing as well. Like I'm glad it's like, oh, by the way, it was like, yeah, you've been kind of avoiding me ever since that situation, which you have been. It's like there's been like many situations where it's like him and like Julius and William are not been in like a kind of like the same corner since then, and it's like they're kind of not been talking around. It's like he's kind of been hiding himself because he took heavy damage from that last blow. Like if we remember, he had that huge blow, so it's like that would have like aroused his like suspicions a little bit about him. It's like, oh well, that's definitely your Licht then, like after everything. And like to even be saying like, you know, like he's like, what the hell is like with like William's face then? Like what is that? Is that like, you know, how did you remove the scar from his face? And I was curious about this because it, like how they're talking about this is saying this is a scar, is a curse on the body itself. It's something that was inherited from like his mother's side of the family, and he's like, and Lee is just using this apart to his advantage because this is a way probably how he tricked like William. Obviously we still don't know the full backstory of like why he fully aligned himself, but clearly he felt bad for Lee, he felt bad for like El, he felt bad for all their kind, like humankind, and he's like, I had, you know, human curses don't have a connection to me. Like clearly it was something for like humankind, is like this shouldn't affect someone like me who is a non-human, not to mention I'm so powerful I could get beyond something like this. And it's like, I despise you, I despise humans, I despise everything about your kind, but William is someone who is actually different. He actually came to see me as another human being, and he also came to take joint ownership of this body. Despite him being like human, you know, we came to grips with each other, and he understood what I wanted to do for the world, and he's like, and also as well, I understand him, and like even understanding where it's like, you know, I want to get rid of these emotions, this rage, this sorrow, this hatred, all these things that you humans cause. So basically, like, that's just how it is for him, and that's just a very not like sad little thing just to kind of hear about, and especially where like his main reason is like, I know why you're here, and that's because you want the rest of the stones. You may have gone acid stones, but there's more around here that's like remaining that like already that Julius has got. So he knows full well it's like, I need those stones and I need to activate whatever that tapestry, that tablet that he has. It really reminds me of like the Fire Emblem like shield thing that they have. It honestly reminds me of that. Like it's like, add all these stones together and maybe some ancient evil might awake again. And it's like, yeah, and even still, I love this part. I like part of it. It's just saying, you know, like, and he's like, William, you're a kind human being, and there's another person inside of you, and you treasure him as much, and all that. That was your kindness again. And it's just like, and especially when he was talking about that, it's just like, you know, it's my duty to stop the one that you think so fondly of, and all that. And it's like, you're cheering me on, even from within here. Like, I like that. It's like, he doesn't despise him. He doesn't hate him. He doesn't like. He's like, you've had some rough shit, so have I. Like, I support you wholeheartedly. And he's like, you know what? I don't care, because you're going to be the one to die. And like, for all of it. And Licht just goes full non-stop powers. He goes immediately straight in against Julius. He starts attacking him. But like, the problem is like, we're kind of doing the same song and dance here, where it's like, he has chronostasis. He can like foresee like time. He can defend against these abilities. He can use this, and he's using combinations of stuff like the mana zone, adding up to with his chronostasis. He is able to like do stupid amounts of things, and not to mention what we're talking about, like his chronostasis thing. This isn't just something he can, like, this isn't just affecting Bill. We're seeing him affect like human beings before. He can use this to affect himself. Like, this is how Julius is fucking retardedly stupidly broken if he uses his powers correctly. However, we have seen he has got weaknesses. He isn't fully invincible. It isn't fully bullshit overpowered, because it's like, you know, no matter what though, he can see, like, he is able to reverse time. He is able to work with some of this stuff and all that. But you can slightly read, like, you know, the future attacks and what's going to be happening. But that doesn't mean that your actual human body is going to comprehend this and going to be fast enough to dodge all of this. So, like, you get to see him get cut up and sliced up because of this. Whereas, like, I'm taking damage because of this. But it doesn't matter, because Julius can just heals it away. Boom, done. There you go. Like, I don't really care. And he's just like, and the interesting thing is, like, he's like telling him, you really misunderstand my magic then. Like even though time is something like on there, like, you know, even if you can read the future, it seems there's a limit to how fast you can dodge. And it's been a while since you've actually had someone ever injure you. And he's like, I've stolen a lot of futures from so many people, and it's been a while since I've seen my own blood. And it's like, but however though, the essence of my time stealing magic is the time I store, like, I store away, and whether, like, I can use it whenever I please. And guess what, I've stored it up so much, it's quite a burden. And it's like, I was born with a magic that steals future, but I can use this as well to create, like, a future with no discrimination. Like, that's, like, interesting, where it's like, clearly his power, like, he knows that his power is pretty fucking malicious, and it's like a terrifying power, and he's like, I can use this to my advantage. I can use this to become a king. Someone that has, like, you can use this for, like, good use and right. And he's like, until that day comes, I am not going to die. And, like, I just love the next part where it's like, I have him, I got him, and immediately, like, from there is like, how did he just dodge me? How did he do? Why are my legs gone? It's just such an amazing, like, just like scene that just leaves, like, wait, where did my legs go? What happened right now? And I absolutely laughed, like, on my ass off. And plus as well, it was a really enjoyable just because I like seeing Julius, and I know obviously we're seeing more Lee. That's no way near like the like here and done, but it is a great showcase to seeing, like, again, this is the level that Asta has to fucking overcome. This is, like, something as well that, you know, like, especially, like, what we got to, like, notice here and all that, like, this is, if Asta wants to compete, he has to go against big dogs, and he is clearly not for the big dogs yet. So it's nice to see a little glimpse so far of what is to come. Although, like I said, clearly, like, Lee has been the big overarching villain for, like, if we would call this a saga, or so far, like, the whole series so far. But clearly, I think, like, whether it's going to come with that tablet, or whether or not the demon's going to come back, and, like, also as well, there are other demons like that. Because if you clearly made a sword just the one demon, then it's like, you mainly think that it's like, is he just the one, or is there more of a race of them? Like, clearly we've seen stuff like elves, if we've got stuff like demons in here, have we've got other kind of races. If we're going like real Dungeons and Dragons here, do we have fucking dwarves? Do we have tieflings? Do we have like dragonborn? Like, do we have a bunch of this stuff? So it makes you wonder as like what kind of other creatures went out there, and it's like, did humans just wipe out all of them, or were like elves really the kind of thing that was a thing around here? So overall, I really did like this chapter. I think Julius stole the chapter, like, overall, and just, I'm sorry, I really like a lot of his like stuff. I like Julius and all that. He's a pretty cool character. But yeah, Lee just taking that blow to the legs and all that, I was just like, ooh, you just got completely wrecked, Lee. And I feel like he's going to have to do something really shady. I feel like he's going to have to pull William out. This is going to make him hesitate, and then he's going to go for, like, the stab or something, or try and go for the heart, or cut the head off, or some crazy shit. I feel like they might try and do that, but overall, I really enjoyed this chapter, and I hope you guys did too. So overall, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. But that's all for me. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you guys, though, next time.